りがとうございます。ちょっとね、朝活メンバーと話してたので、ミュートにしてました。失礼しました。今日も対戦よろしくお願いします。喉かし それはいいねって。Personal lifestyle first look at whether occupation style. So, but of course, after that, I try to get to know the hard person better personally. Yeah, but then we yeah. My case, you really focus on personality, and my sounds like I don't know so pretty serious. Let's say the person I like is tall and has a good sense of fashion and looks amazing. Black top is so different. Sometimes I meet someone who's really cute but extremely insecure and the below is self-centered. Lots of people judge us just by their looks, so they might think I want to be with them. And when I see someone but I don't go that far, I want to go on a date too. More than that, those beautiful women aren't interested in me in the first place, but let's just forget about them now. くしゃみが止まんね。I think that showing the same sense of humor is really important when you're dating someone. My girlfriend spent the whole day laughing at very responsible, and my friend too, but our sense of humor is just different. It's not that it's bad thing, but simply I feel that we're different. Without little response kept happening on date, it'll be pretty tough. So that's why I look smarter, but I think personality is even more important. Yeah, that's the point. You need to pay attention to when dating someone, and being mature as a person is very important, but I'm not really in the position to say that myself. Since I'm Japanese, I prefer Asian looks, and like I prefer beautiful work. I prefer cute face over beautiful. I like the people independent and who gets all like protective, like Kelly vibes. You know, they does their matter. But if I were to date someone, I prefer someone who speaks English. Uh, if I if I date with like sensitive person among Japanese people, because if I'm dating someone particularly sensitive among Japanese people, so there are times when I say come across with an understanding and intense, so I always have to be careful with my words. So since I'm sensitive myself and tend to overthink how my word might come across and worry about how they might be perceived, but speaking English is so much easier. So, of course, it's not my mother tongue, so sometimes it's hard to express my own feeling in English. But like, but I don't have much more vocabulary to overthink my word choices so I can say what I feel more straightforwardly. Of course, I consider as a person's feeling. Give them first. Yeah, but but I haven't experienced yet. So I don't judge people just by their looks. So of course, I'm a guy. If I meet a super cute girl, I'll be like, damn, yeah, I do find good-looking girls attractive, but in the end, I think the person's character matters way more. So back when I was a student working part time, so there was a Discorder, so she seemed kind of nerdy. But as I got to know her, her personality is really good and kind and really pretty, and she has a sense of self. And at the time, at first I saw her as a collector, but the more we hang out, for some reason I started liking her. Nothing ever happened in the end though. So what's saying like in America, maybe the image that most of Japanese people have it that American women are strong-minded, just straightforward, and pretty open about stuff. And yeah, that's just an image. It's actually honestly it depends on the person. So someone including there are plenty of girls and there are plenty of introverts and someone with like lots of people like for clingy and needy, lots of people who are cringy and needy, and there are some who have no interest at said that yeah, yeah, it's the same in Japan too. Yeah, exactly, it's the same in Japan too. So maybe the image of Japanese girls from foreign perspective is often that they're shy or timid, and on the positive side, they're kind and polite. But there are plenty of girls that are like completely opposite, or complete opposite. So, so yeah, but be honest, yeah, but to be fair, yeah, there are really lots of shy girls. Well, whenever I watch American TV shows, there are 5 house parties or barbecue per season, and so that might be why I end up with a weird image of what it's actually like. Clumsy. What's a hardest part? What do you think of the like hardest part of being in a relationship? What do you think is the hardest part of being in a relationship? I think that like I think that like I don't know. I think that like no. I think the hardest part is getting so close that you can't help and notice each other's like flaws, that you can't help but notice the things you don't like about them. Then notice the things you don't like about them. Let's say that Will and I are parties and we meet regularly and we keep keep our certain distance, right? So I don't really see anybody so Will, and so for example, if we spend too much time together or under the same roof, or even under the same roof, so we inevitably start noticing each other's flaws, or we never really start noticing each other's flaws or things that are hard to accept. So I think the hardest part is being a relation. I think the hardest part of being in a relationship is like accepting the negatives. In the end, the hardest part of a relationship is having to accept the negatives. Not just in love, this applies to all human relationships. Yes, next. So, do you want a girlfriend? Do you want a boyfriend? If I meet the right person, of course I want to date with them, but I basically, but in general, I don't really need one. I want one that's 3 times a year. I want one that's 3 times a year. I feel like I want one maybe 3 times a year, like before Christmas. But I'm pretty clumsy and balancing things, so I'm pretty clumsy. When it comes to balancing things. So when I focus on something, I tend to lose sight of everything else. That the YouTube or like English coaching work. So if I made if I had a girlfriend, so even if I had a girlfriend, so 2000, I feel like I wouldn't be able to. I feel like I feel like I wouldn't be able to give the relationship my full attention. I feel like I wouldn't be able to give the relationship my full attention, even though that I had a few relationships that didn't work out because of that. I had a few relationships that didn't work out because of that. So I basically don't need one. I basically don't feel the need for one. ということで、ビデオデートの時、目ん玉がかゆい。スーパーかゆい。So, will you pay for the girl when you go on a date? So, in Japan, this pointless debate comes up all the time. Are you the type to pay for the bill or pay for the date or like split the bill? Basically, I pay for it, but not always. So, if we just friend, I wouldn't. Yeah, of course. So, but in Japan, so they should pay for the date. But in Japan, there's like this. But in Japan, I think they have more tendency to believe that like men should pay for the woman on date. So. So how did in US? If you're the one who taking out their time. No, if you're the one who invites someone, so it doesn't make sense to pay, but yeah, you are the one taking up their time. Yeah. Who invites someone out? Yeah. Next, every day is Japanese girl. So like, what do you think of the like Japanese personality compared to American? Japanese personality compared to American? Yes. So, what kind of like no. What kind of traits are you like? Do you think are more? No. What kind of trait do you think are common? Do you think are common among Japanese people? I think you're not type to cheat at all. You know. I think that you're not. You don't seem like the type to cheat at all. You don't seem like the type to cheat at all. If you're the one, yeah. If you had a girlfriend, feel like you'd be super loyal and love her wholeheartedly. If you had a girlfriend, I feel like you'd be super loyal and love her wholeheartedly. So I can tell you're a silly and sincere person just from our everyday conversations. Okay. What's your idea for so I go with a classic. I'd go with a classic and ask them out for dinner first. And if I suggest like a claim or trip or conversation doesn't click, so I first suggest a trip or like a Korean right away, and the conversation doesn't click, so it'll be total nightmare. So first I ask them out for dinner first and try to get news that I don't think that I'd ask them. I'd ask them for dinner first, like drinks first. I don't want them to think that I'm only after one thing. I wouldn't want them to think I'm only after one thing. Yeah. What kind of sign do you give her when you like someone? Who you like when you like someone? Yeah. I think I might be someone. Might actually come off as distant. It might actually come off as distant. So, yeah, when it comes to someone I get nervous and can't easily say things like you're cute. Yeah. I know it might sound silly at my age, but still, I don't really do anything that obviously shows I like someone. I don't really do anything that obviously shows I like someone. So I don't go for body contact or say it straight out. So do you want to get married? I don't think I can really say it. So there are too many things I want to do every day. There are too many things I want to do every day. So I feel like even if I got married now, it wouldn't go well. It wouldn't go well. So I feel like even if I got married now, it wouldn't go well. So I guess I should probably get a girlfriend before saying stuff like this. Saying stuff like this. Yes, yes.頭がかゆい。むちゃくちゃ頭がかゆい。Okay, じゃあ一周したんで次行こう。So, how are you doing? でも違うんだよ。How have you been? Yeah, how have you been? Same as always. And yeah, giving it my all day. Giving it my all. Giving it my all every day. And it's gotten really hurt at work. It's gotten really busy at work. Yeah. So next. It's gotten really warm. It's gotten really so warm all of a sudden, huh? It's gotten so warm all of a sudden, huh? It's gotten so cold all of a sudden, huh? All of a sudden, huh? So what do you do for work? And I work as English coaching work. Working as English conversation coach, and running a YouTube channel where running a YouTube channel where I introduce different way to learn. Running a YouTube channel and where introduce a different way to learn, and I also manage a learning community, and I also manage a learning community, and I is still working at the same place. Yeah. Are you still working at the same place? Are you having fun at work? Are you having fun at work? So it's alright. So I'm having blast. Thank you for always being such a great teammate. What kind of work do you want to do? And I actually do three main things. At first, one of them is English coaching, English conversation coaching. You might wonder, how do you teach English if you're not a native speaker? So, but it's not like I'm an English teacher. But it's not like I'm an English teacher, the language school, or anything. Damn. Oh. actually do three main things, and one of them I actually do three main things. One of them is English conversation coaching. You might wonder, how do you teach English if you're not a native speaker? Yeah. I actually do three main things, and one of them is English conversation coaching. You might wonder, how do you teach English if you're not a native speaker? So, but it's not like I'm an English teacher, but it's not like I'm an English teacher. So, at a language school or anything, my role is like more about teaching people. My role is about like my role my role is like more about teaching people how to learn English effectively. And as with anything, and as is anything, when you're learning on your own, it's easy to lose motivation and give up. So I help the students stay on track by managing their learning every day and keeping them motivated. I'd say I'm more of a partner than a teacher. I'd say I'm more of a like partner than a teacher, so more like a guide who helps them like move in the right direction. My second job is running a learning community. It's kind of like people who are learning English or anything new trend to like struggle when they stay alone. No one's watching. No one's watching. They can like slack off and easy to give up. And you probably feel the same, but as a full-time worker, we are super busy. By the time we get home, we just like これが欲しい。腰が痛くなる。I say it's more. I'm more of a partner than a teacher, so more like a guide who helps them. Yeah, I'd say I'm more of a partner than a teacher. More like a guide who helps them. Okay, so I'd say I'm more of a partner than a teacher. So more like a guide who help them move in the right direction. My second job is running a learning community, and it's kind of like club and people for learning English or anything they're trying to like struggle when they study and learn. Yeah. No one's watching and they can slack up and easy to give up. And you probably feel the same. But as a full-time worker, we are super busy. Yeah. By the time we get home and we just like, I don't want to do anything. So I created a community. Where we wake up at 5 a.m. and study English together, and that's what I'm learning now. That's what I'm running on now. So it's called the second community. Yeah. やべ、入ってきてねえな。ちゃんとここから生成しないとダメだ。So what do you do for work? So I actually do three main things. Actually do three main things. And one of them is like in my English coaching work. So you might think that like you're not a native speaker, but how you can tell your method, like how you can teach. Okay, how do you? No. You might wonder, how do you teach English if you're not a native speaker? But it's not. But it's not. But じゃなくて but it's not like my English teacher has a like how should I say it? Like English, but it's not like in a like in a like in a like in a like but it's not like I'm English teacher, but it's not like I'm English teacher like English teaching company. Yeah, but it's not like I'm English teacher. And whatever. So, but it's not like I'm English teacher. My language, but it's not like I'm English teacher by no like English teacher at the longest school or anything. At the longest school or anything. Um, then my role is like more about teaching people how to learn English effectively. My role is more about teaching people how to learn. My role is more about teaching people how to learn English effectively. So, as with anything, you when you're like learning English, when you're learning on your own, it's easy to motivation and give up. And as with anything, and when you're learning on your own, it's easy to lose motivation and give up. It's easy to lose the motivation and give up. So I help students stay on track by managing their learning every day and keeping them motivated. And as with anything, when you're learning on your own, it's easy to lose motivation and give up. And as with anything, when you're learning on your own, it's easy to lose motivation and give up. Yeah. はい。というわけで一旦休憩としましょう。 But it's not like I'm English teacher, language school or anything. My role is like more about teaching people how to learn English effectively. My role is more about teaching people how to learn English effectively and with anything. You're, you're when you're learning on your own, it's easy to lose motivation and give up like I help students stay on track by managing their learning every day. I I help students stay on track. So I help students stay on track by managing their learning every day and they keeping them motivated, 先生というよりは it's not just teacher. I'd say I'm more of a partner than a teacher. I'd say I'm more of a partner than a teacher. More like a guide who helps them. More like a guide. More like a guide who helps them more in right direction. Right direction, yeah. So my second job is learning a learning community. My second job is learning a learning community. It's kind of like club and people who are learning English or like anything new tend to struggle when they study alone. No one's watching and they can slack up and easy to give up. Yeah. And you probably feel the same. But as a full-time worker, we are super busy. And by the time we get home, we're just like, I don't want to do anything. So I created a community where we wake up at 5 a.m. and study English together. So I created a community where we wake up at 5 a.m. and study English together. So that's what I'm running now. I'm running now. It's called Asaka's community. I also do on YouTube. On YouTube, I share self-study method of learning English. I've never studied abroad. I have studied English for almost 3 years. I learned English through self-study over about 3 years, and most English learning YouTubers have studied abroad or grew up speaking English. But I barely went abroad and still learned it. So I share my method. So I was basically a nerd just studying at home all the time. I was basically a nerd just studying at home all the time. Every now and then I also film blog like this, Like seeing me actually speaking English can be motivating, right? Like how you get pretty good without going abroad. So hey, you can get pretty good without going to study abroad. So basically my coaching, my morning study community, and my English styles. So I started them all because I wished something like this existed when I was a beginner. So everything came from this idea. If I were my past self, I'd totally pay for this. I'd totally watch this. So I don't know how it is now, but English classes in typical Japanese elementary, middle, high school, and university are pretty bad. So they focus on like getting a good score on paper tests and like prepare like preparing for like entrance exams. The problem is the Old Testament. Mentana Kayui. I'm preparing for entrance exams. So the problem is like those tests and exam studies are not aimed at helping students become like able to speak English. Instead, they focus on like how much complex grammar you can memorize, or how many difficult words you can learn, or how many difficult words you can learn. So even though I studied English in school for like 12 years and like from elementary to high school, I couldn't speak it. No, it's not just me. It's not just me. Most Japanese people can't speak English. Yeah. Most Japanese people, it's not just me. Most Japanese people can't speak English. So this is actually a serious issue. This is actually a serious issue. But the national education system hardly changes. National education system hardly changes. So I decided to start my own English learning method. So and spread it myself by starting a business. So it's often said that like challenging other people is hard. Changing. It's often said like changing other people is hard, but like challenge changing yourself is easy. So instead of complaining things that we won't change, I decided to take action myself first. So it doesn't make sense, does it? So my student and I practice online just 3 months, and we already speak at a decent level. And the business was basically born out of the frustration. So, what's your career background like? Is it related to English? So, what kind of work do you want to do in the future? What kind of work do you want to do in the future? I honestly love all the work I do. I honestly love all the work I do. So I just want to keep going with it. Keep going with it. I just want to keep going with it. So I also want to create my own like English textbook. What's your current goal? Like my current goal is to reach 1 million subscribers on YouTube by 2027. Wait, why do you want to hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube? There are two reasons. First, I want to achieve a goal I truly care about and boost my sense of like self-efficacy even more. I also want to show my audience my journey of building self-efficacy so they can think maybe I can change too. Back in college, I once wanted to hit 1 million subscribers as a proof of being a real YouTuber. But I convinced myself there's no way I can do that and give up. I didn't have enough confidence in myself or self-efficacy until my first year of college. I was a dreamer with so many things I wanted to do, but I had spent my life giving up on a lot of them, giving up on a lot of them. But after that, I started learning English from zero and became proficient, scored 920 on the TOEIC, and succeeded in starting my own business. Sorry. As I kept reaching my goal step by step, I started thinking maybe I can achieve anything if I really go for it. That's why I want to achieve the goal I once gave up on. Damn. That's why I want to achieve the goal I once gave up on, reaching 1 million YouTuber subscribers. That's why I want to achieve the goal I once like gave up on, like reaching 1 million YouTuber subscribers. It's a long goal. It's a long way off right now, but now I get there. Time is in now.理由2つあって、1つは自分が本当はこれだって読み終わった後にダメだったら次もダメに決まってるから。There are two reasons. First, why do you want to hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube? There are like two reasons. First, I want to achieve a goal I truly care about and boost my sense of self-efficacy even more. The reason are two. First, I want to achieve a goal I truly care about and boost my sense of self-efficacy even more. There are two reasons. First, I want to achieve a goal I truly care about and boost my sense of self-efficacy even more. There are two reasons. First, I want to achieve a goal I truly care about and boost my sense of self-efficacy even more. Yeah, also, there are two reasons. First, I want to achieve a goal I truly care about and boost my sense of self-efficacy even more. I also want to show that I regularly from the same path as this guy. Okay, so I always so I also want to show my audience my journey of building self-efficacy, so they can think maybe I can change. Maybe I can change too. So I want to share my audience my journey of building self-efficacy, so they can think maybe I can change too. Back in college, I once wanted to hit 1 million subscribers as proof of being a real YouTuber. But I convinced myself there's no way I can do that. There is no way I can do that. So I give up. So I didn't have I didn't have enough confidence in myself or self-efficacy until my first year of college. Until my first year of college, I was a dreamer with so many things I wanted to do. But I had spent my life giving up on a lot of them, you know. But I had to spend my life giving up on a lot of them. So, but after that, I started learning English from zero and become proficient, scored 920 on the TOEIC, and succeeded in starting my own business. As I kept reaching my goals step by step, I started thinking maybe I can achieve anything if I really go for it, you know. I didn't have enough confidence in myself or like self-efficacy. I didn't have enough confidence in myself or self-efficacy until my first year of college. I was a dreamer with so many things I wanted to do, but I had to spend my life giving up on, on a lot of them, you know. But after that, I started learning English from zero and become proficient, scored 920 on the TOEIC, and succeeded in starting my own business. As I kept reaching my goals step by step, going okay. Yeah. Became proficient, scored 920 on TOEIC, and started my own business, which is going okay. So, as I kept reaching my goals step by step, I started thinking maybe I can achieve anything if I really go for it. If I really go for it, you know. That's why I want to achieve the goal I once gave up on, reaching 1 million YouTubers subscribers. That's why I want to achieve the goal I once gave up on, reaching 1 million YouTube subscribers. It's a long way off right now, but I know I'll get there. I would definitely get there. I would definitely get there. The second reason is really simple. I've been watching YouTube since my elementary school and grew up with it. I love both watching and creating content on YouTube. Are there any must-haves when choosing a job? Are there any must-haves when choosing a job? I think the most important things for me is whether it excites me. Being YouTuber is the best. I can't stop feeling excited. I can't stop feeling excited. There's nothing but personal possibilities, you know. There's nothing but possibilities. I can't stop feeling excited. There's nothing but possibilities. There's nothing but okay, so I could probably make no, if I'm being honest, if I focused more on business instead of YouTube, I could probably make more money, have more free time, and make my life easier. But that just didn't excite me. I openly declare my goal of like reaching 1 million subscribers, and every time I do, people around me think, "What's up with this crazy guy?" But it sounds fun, and they become part of my journey. I absolutely love this feeling of like everyone sharing a common goal and working towards something together. That's why I love what to do. That's why I love what to do, you know. I absolutely love the feeling of everyone sharing a common goal and working toward something together. Every time I do, people around me think, "What's up with this crazy guy?" But it sounds fun, and they become a part of the journey. Part of the journey. Yes.
はいはい、お疲れ様でした。じゃあ、こちらも失礼しますって言おうと思ったらくしゃみがやばい。はい、失礼します。